I'm Miss Natalie, also known as Miss Speech. I'm a licensed speech-language pathologist who loves to work with littles. I'm starting a new series. This is the first one in the series called the Miss Speech Teach series. And instead of being designed for little ones, this one's designed for parents, caregivers, other SLPs who are helping facilitate language development and speech development in little ones so that we can talk about some ideas on ways to interact. Today is specific to books and music for language development, and I hope you enjoy this one about eliciting language. If you like these videos, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you.
Talk and sing with Miss Speech.
Let's start off by talking about reading books, one of the most essential things for language development. So whether it's your child or your student or whoever, we should be reading with them every day. And there's such a variety of books to choose from. I'm not going to talk about necessarily which books to choose today, but kind of how to approach the book reading in ways that help them develop better expressive and receptive language. So first of all, let's talk about how to let them choose a book. All right, if I say, do you want this book? Their response is going to be yes or no. How about I say something like, do you want the book about the moon or the pig? And then they can tell me one or the other, and then we go from there. Now, depending on where your child is on his vocabulary level or his ability to understand, you may want to change the content of the books a little bit. So get books with exciting pages that have some things that are familiar to the kids, and then you don't necessarily need to focus on what's here, but what's here. So I might say, oh, I see Cookie Monster. He's baking. And then I might ask a question, what do you think he's making? And see if they can figure it out. Obviously, on the next page, we'll say, what is he making? Cookies? Do you like cookies? I like cookies. Just keep talking about the object in different short sentences. And the actions, of course, the verbs that he's doing, he puts it in the oven. Things like that. Oh, what is Cookie Monster doing now? Asking the questions, making it very basic. Sometimes with super little ones, I just might say, I see cookies. I see cake. And then let them have an opportunity to talk about it as well. You might say, what's this? And they're silent, and that's okay. And you say, it's cake. And then, maybe after a lot of models, they'll eventually get it. Another good way is working with your kids on repetitive books, repetitive nursery rhymes, things like that. Any finger plays nursery rhymes is really fun for language development. This is just an old Mother Goose book. And you don't even have to sing it. I love to sing, but some parents don't want to sing it. So I might just say, the itsy weensy spider climbed up the water spout. And then just say the rhyme, talk about it, point to each thing in the picture, and allow your child the opportunity to say it back to you or say it first. What's this? It's a spider. And then they may eventually want to talk about the spider themselves, or the sunshine, or the flowers, or something that interests them. And it gives them more opportunity if you're using a nursery rhyme or something repetitive, or a book that you've read before as well. When my own kids were little, one of their favorite things was to read a book where they know I'm going to change voices, right? So they know, and my students as well, they know that eventually in this book, something's going to happen, or I'm going to change my voice and it's going to get really exciting. So they're motivated to read the book. This is just a cute little book, but in the book, the pig is walking around, walking down the street. They know how I'm going to read it through the woods. And then look, it's even so damaged because we've read this book so much, by the park. And then they have anticipation because they know I'm going to say, suddenly. And then they're laughing and giggling and having a good time. And then, of course, we're going to talk about the wolf and him trying to get the pig. Oh no, he bumped his head. Where's Preston going? He's going out the door. Preston is safe in bed. Poor Mr. Wolf. Just make the book fun and exciting and interactive. Some kids are a little bit reluctant to sit down and read a book because they're busy. My oldest, he's 18 now. When he was growing up, everyone all the time said he's all boy because he was just busy all the time. He had things to do, and it was hard to get him to sit down and read a book. And I have students like that now as well. So sometimes those kids like books that have a little bit of interaction. They can turn this car. This one has a puppet, and I love this series of books. There's puppets that they can use. I put my hands in. They can also touch the puppet and interact with the book that way. So like, I might say, there's Dudley. Hey kids, what's he doing? What's he riding in? Dudley's driving a car. Hey, I like driving. Good job, Dudley. Let's pet him. Good job. Or with this one, it's all about a car, so we'll expand the utterance by saying, I see a car. Do you see a car? He points to the car. I say, oh, good job, red car. And then I see and wait, blue car. Let's go for a ride. And then I don't necessarily read the words on the pages, but I will look at the car, look at the different types of cars, let them twist the car a little bit, talk about the ice cream, because who doesn't want to talk about ice cream? Anything like that to get a little more language and a little bit more interaction while we're reading the books. If they have more of a buy-in, then they're going to want to answer when you say, who is in this car? Who is in the yellow car? Where is she going? Things like that. When you ask all those WH questions, they'll be more apt to answer if they're interested in the book. And now let's talk about if you actually want to sing with your child, which I highly recommend. And if you don't want to sing, then you can play music and listen with them and dance with them, shake some instruments, anything like that. But any opportunity to talk about the words that are in the song and give them an opportunity to sing too and talk about it too really helps. So with my students, I'm often singing, and then I give them an opportunity to finish the phrase. So I might be like, row, row, row your gently down the merrily, merrily, merrily. Life is but a... One thing you have to be comfortable with is wait time. Now, when I was showing you right now, I didn't give that much wait time. But if a child already knows the song, then they'll usually fill in the blanks for you a little bit. And it can be really fun with all different kinds of songs. Let's see. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his B-I-N-G. B-I-N-G. B-I-N-G-O, and Bingo was his name-o. Now, I never get mad at them if they don't participate with me, but I just continue to model and sing with them. And if a child likes music, then they're usually bound to eventually finish it for you. And it makes it more fun, and it makes them expand their vocabulary and just be more interactive in general. Ooh, and during super early development, one of the first things kids really enjoy doing is imitating environmental noises. It's good for their sound development. It's good for their language development. It's good for their social communication, any of those things. And so you might want to sing a song with them that involves animal noises, car noises, the garbage truck, the washing machine, whatever, or just talk with them about the noises that you hear in your home and have them imitate those. It really does help with a lot of things, and it's really interactive and fun for them. So I might sing a lot of Old MacDonald because Old MacDonald has a lot of different animals. Let's try one, and I'll show you how I stop as well. Old MacDonald had a E-I-E-I. And on this farm he had a, and then I'm pointing to the animal. So let's just say this is a cat. Had a cat. If they don't say it, I'll model it. E-I-E-I-O. With a meow meow here and a meow meow there. Here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a. Old MacDonald had a E-I-E-I-O. Good job. One last way to help develop language in your children is to talk about what you're doing and what they're doing all the time. So I was a stay-at-home mom for a long time, and we did the regular routine: get up, make breakfast, go to the park, go to the grocery store, come home, do a puzzle, read a book, take a nap, all the things. And we talked about everything we were doing. And sometimes it got a little old for the mom who's saying the same things, but it really did help my kids learn to talk better and learn to understand information that was coming in better. And so in the morning, I might be like, good morning, what should we do first? And give them opportunity to talk to me. And then the whole time I'm cooking breakfast, I'm like, let's crack the egg. Crack the egg. Maybe I was a little less sing-songy than this. Let's be honest, it was morning. But I'm like, put the egg in the pan and then cook the bacon. Let's wash the berries. Whatever we're doing, we're talking about it. What do we need to get a drink with? Go get our cup. Have them get the cup if they can. What should I do with the milk? Oh, an action word, pour it. So we're talking about everything. And whether you're really at the point where you're giving your child an opportunity to speak or not, even just the modeling will sink in. So they're listening to you talk about everything. We're going to the store. What do we need on our feet? And then, where are your shoes? I looked under the table. I looked in your closet. Are they under your bed? I hope not. Let's go look in the laundry room or wherever the shoes might be. You hear I'm doing a lot of prepositions in there, just talking a lot about what we're doing. When we go to the park, we'll have a ton to say. What's that? Should we go down the... Wait a minute, give them the opportunity to say slide. Whee! All of the things that help the interaction become more productive and also fun at the same time. Oh, your friend is coming. Who is that? Look, Grandma's here. Say hi, Grandma. I know I sound obnoxious, but it's the little things that we're talking about and all the vocabulary, especially the vocabulary that is important to them, something that is specific to them. If my child wants to talk about their blankie or their special bear, my daughter had a bear named Honey, and we made up a song. Here's a bear named Honey, and the bear has a tummy, and the tummy loves the honey. He's honey, honey bear. And we always sang the song about honey bear. Different things that are important to you and your child and their environment. And so they have the words and they understand the words to talk about their environment and express their wants and needs and grow in their language expansion. I hope you enjoyed the first video in the Miss Speech Teach series. And if there's anything you'd like to know, you can always send me an email, nataliehancockspeech@gmail.com. And I will take requests on talking about different things that we can do to help our children develop and help language development as well, along with speech. If you like this channel, please hit subscribe and like the video and recommend it to your friends. Again, the other parts of my videos are directed toward the littles and toward helping them speak and use good core vocabulary and build their language skills. And these are more directed toward parents and caregivers and other SLPs. Thank you.